Can you lift the cable up? I'm gonna move it away from the engine. There we go. Put it behind you. All right, ISO gonna set to auto. I'll go ahead and put on autofocus for now. So now I should be able to do this. Do that. Hello. So this is our south view here. Basically this is directly south and the rocket's going to show up effectively right over my camera here and then it'll come across this way on the sky. So I'll readjust this frame in a minute. This is on my Canon R8 35mm f1.4 so that I have good low light performance. I have this on auto ISO, so it's going to crank the ISO way up. We'll get good low light sensitivity. The rocket should take up something like that amount of the frame if it ends up being bright enough. What time is it now?
6 o'clock.
So launch is scheduled to be at 6:13. I'm going to pull up the live stream from SpeceX here in a second and just listen to the audio so we can track what they're doing. That's probably live in about 5 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'm just getting my R5 set up with my 24 to 70mm lens, and that's going to be my primary photo shooter. I'm just shooting still photos. I've seen the rocket launches at this location several times. Sun went down about 10 minutes ago, so launch will happen 25 minutes after sundown. So it won't be the twilight effect won't be super bright, but we should still be able to see it on camera nicely. So that's the strategy. Gonna finish setting up my camera. I need a new battery.
Just explain it again.
That's okay. Can you hand me my phone? It's plugged in. Got cold fast. Nice. Just gonna put this over here.
Do you have your keys on you? We'll stick with yours then.
I think it's just gonna sit down. You roll your window down like 6 inches so that you don't block out.
Yeah.
Okay. Show the camera wide view. So this is due south to the right of my camera here, and the rocket usually is visible straight south, and this is a 35 millimeter frame, and then I think it'll come across the sky right about here, and then it'll terminate. We'll have to close my door for the actual launch, but it's going to terminate over these trees here. Pretty close, probably about there is where it's going to come across. So, nice view, beautiful spot. Need to pull up the SpeceX stream now.
Today we're delivering 2 next-generation Worldview Legion satellites to orbit for Maxar intelligence. SpaceX launched the first set of Worldview Legion spacecraft in May of 2024, and the 3rd and 4th satellites in August 2024. Today's Maxar 3 mission will deliver the final 5th and 6th satellites to complete the first block of Maxar's next-generation Worldview Legion constellation. The additional satellites will ensure that Maxar continues to have the most advanced Earth imaging constellation on orbit for years to come. At T-minus 8.5 minutes, everything is looking good for an on-time liftoff. The range is ready to support.
Cool, SpaceX confirmed. 8.5 minutes. Ooh. It got cold.
Yeah,
Real fast. All right. Make sure I'm not missing any comments on the live stream here. Oh, I forgot. I can't walk away with my phone because it's connected to a hotspot. No, I just want to make sure the connection's stable. Yeah, yeah. We'll just watch SpaceX. I'll watch the stream on your phone.
Despite the fact that we don't have a great view of our launch pad, with less than a 5% chance of violation at our target T-minus. That being said, if for any reason we are unable to launch today, we do have a backup opportunity available tomorrow at 5:42 p.m.
Take a look at the moon here.
Now with that, let's take a moment to learn a bit more about the Falcon 9 rocket supporting today's launch. Falcon 9 is the world's first orbital class reusability allows
There's the moon. Almost straight up. Oh, we're gonna get an airplane straight across it. Nice. Wish I had my telephoto lens on for that. Sweet. So there's the moon. Venus is going to be down here on the horizon. And then just about straight up is Jupiter. And over here, right there, is Mars. Getting close to the planetary alignment. I think that's going to be later in the month when we get all the visible planets in one place, but all right.
The second stage engine can be restarted multiple times to recovery today.
6.5 minutes to launch. My experience from this location, let me turn this around for. My experience from this location is that we see the launch between 6 and 7 minutes after liftoff. There's going to be a nice long wait while it does the whole first stage separation. I just realized turned autofocus off. There we go. It's going to do the whole first stage relanding on a very, very clear night. I've actually caught the first stage separation and landing burn from this location, but we have clouds on the horizon right now, so I'm not expecting that I'll be able to get a clear view of the horizon where the first stage stuff is happening. So really it's just the second stage burn that we'll see come across the sky here. I think that it's going to start approximately here and then come across this way. And I'll have the camera tracking. I'm going to be shooting stills on this, but then we're shooting video on the live stream on the Canon R8. This is a 35mm lens, f1.4, so it's got really good low light performance. The aperture should be all the way open on this. Oh, it's not. Let me adjust that. There we go. So I opened my aperture all the way up, but I have ISO on auto so that we'll stay about a consistent brightness once my face is out of frame. I'm going to set it on manual focus so that I'll focus on a distant object. We'll be able to just track it all the way across without losing focus on the subject. It's a lovely night. I love rural Central Virginia. It's so quiet out here. Is it cutting off?
No.
No, it looks good. You can't see your shadow here. I might be able to pull it up on OBS.
Is there one?
Let's see.
Now, at this point in the countdown, both the first and second stages are nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene and liquid oxygen. Both the first and second stage should finish loading propellant about a minute apart from each other.
Yeah, just for people same time.
We're standing by for that confirmation on board stage 1.
Stage 1, locker load complete.
Right on schedule.
I stepped in
And
the
we
mud.
are expecting
I
that
did
fuel
too,
completion
and I'm
as well
in
for
singles.
stage 2 at about T-minus 2 minutes.
What's up, everybody, again? I think they said 2 minutes to
This
launch.
light venting that you can hear right now is totally normal.
2.5 minutes to
Periodically
launch.
vent the chilled gas from above the surface of the LOX tank overboard to maintain pressure in the tank as needed.
That's a nice looking frame, isn't it? For the
Stage 2, offload complete.
There's that confirmation that liquid oxygen loading is complete on board our second stage.
okay, so
The
Ella,
next major milestone
during the
we're standing
launch,
by will be at T-minus 60 seconds when Falcon 9 will enter startup mode. This means
basically once it's visible, I'm gonna have you track.
then just inside of
So you're gonna see this. You're not gonna touch anything except for this lever here. Okay. So this loosens it. And now you have full gimbal control, and then you'll just go slowly across the sky as it goes too.
Okay.
Okay. I will move my stuff out of the way so that I'm not blocking the whole frame. But for the beginning, you can keep me kind of in frame for a little bit.
How high are you expecting it to get
Um,
before we lose visibility?
not super high. It'll be within this frame as it is now. It'll be good. Try to keep some of the ground in it, but it's better if you'll just center. You're probably just going to have it about there, and that'll be fine. It's a little sticky, so just be careful. All right, they just called go for launch. T-minus 40 seconds. Oh, and be aware that this live stream, my live stream, is about 20 to 30 seconds behind real time, depending on latency. So if you're tracking, Logan, I know hopefully you'll be out. Some other people might be too in the Gordonsville area. Nope. Just be aware that I'm 20 to 30 seconds behind. There's launch. Good liftoff, so we're gonna see it. Logan says I'm about a minute behind. So if you're spotting from the mid-Atlantic, just be aware that you should probably be out now, spotting the rocket, even though it's 6 to 7 minutes behind launch, when we should expect to see it. All right, I'm gonna freeze the exposure here.
In just a few seconds, we'll throttle the hour telemetry nominal. Confirmation there that everything's on the right track. And right now we're preparing to throttle the engines down ahead of max Q for the period of max
Okay, let's keep it there.
pressure on the rocket.
And now you'll be able to just track it as it comes across. All right. You shouldn't need to touch anything. Let me set this to infinity.
And there's confirmation of max Q. Now during descent, we tilt the engines. The technical term for this is called gimbaling, and that turns the rocket horizontally in what we call a gravity turn.
There it is.
Now,
Oh my
the rocket is
goodness.
still going up, but we're also heading horizontally.
Wow, I've never seen it that early.
A rocket temperature. There's confirmation of MVAC chill on board our second stage. Now our rocket needs to go about 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth and reach orbit. You can keep an eye on that stage 1 telemetry in the bottom.
You
of
have
your
that on screen now?
Yeah, I pulled it up.
Target insertion speed.
That was fast.
Next, we'll have several events coming up in quick succession, and we should
this is gonna
hear
be
and
good.
see
Hey, look, there's
all
the,
what's called out by mission control, starting with main engine cutoff from MECO, then stage separation, SES-1, first stage boost back burn, and fairing separation. MECO is where we will shut down all 9
If you
M1
watch, you
engines
should be able to see the first stage come on.
followed quickly
It's
thereafter
gonna like
by
drop
stage
off.
separation, when the first and second stages
may have
of
already
Falcon
done
9
it.
separate from one another, and then we'll turn on the MVAC engine for the first time.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be so good.
Views on your screen right now, and confirmation from mission control that we've had MECO, stage SEP, and SES-1. We also heard the call out, and on the left-hand side of your screen, we have great views of our boost back burn, which is what's currently putting the booster on a trajectory to head back toward Earth and touch down at landing zone 1. Next up, the fairing will will jettison away from the second stage as it's no longer needed now that we're in space, and the payloads no longer need that aerothermal protection.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Right on schedule. Those fairing halves are now
I guess the
headed
first
back to
stage
Earth
probably
to be
already
recovered
went.
by our ocean recovery ship, Bob.
Yeah, I think the separation was just confirmed.
But that stream is probably behind.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
And there's confirmation of our stage 1 boost back burn shutdown. Now, at just about T plus 3.5 minutes into today's mission, the next major milestone
in the
we're
way?
standing by for
No.
is our first stage entry burn.
Is it
Getting
correctly
some great
exposed?
views on the left-hand side of your screen of that grid flame deployment.
I believe so. You're kind of blurry.
Those
but it seems to be
hypersonic
clear.
grid flames are the primary mechanical mechanism by which we steer the rocket on its way back to Earth.
I'm gonna check.
Here.
Nominal trajectories
Oh, that
here
looks
for both
good.
our first and second stages.
Yeah, let's
Again, in
turn
case
this
you are
sound
just
off.
joining us, right now our first stage is on its way back to landing zone.
That is awesome. Yeah, let's keep it in frame. Oh, it's a good exposure
Crazy.
too. I wish I was recording this. Can you take a picture?
Just with
Yeah, take a
phone?
picture with that. Yeah. Still got it in frame.
Yeah, it's still in frame. I might need to use your camera.
Oh, it's leaving twilight. Hey.
We lose visual.
Yeah. Unless those are clouds covering it, but I think we just left the sunlight.
Yeah, I'm not seeing
Sweet.
it. That was great.
That went well. Check out, you can see the plume down there. That's over Florida. So we're looking at clouds that are over Florida right now from Central Virginia. Sweet. How's this look? Yeah. That's great. So what happens if I stick it on auto ISO? Yeah, so you can see this down here is your plume that's over Central Florida right now. I think those would qualify as noctilucents. Cool. All right. All right, I'm gonna put this back at autofocus. All right, I think you can still see the noctilucents that are down here for y'all. So thanks to everyone who watched. That was fun. I'm glad it was a good show. And I'll try to do more streams in the future. This is a good setup.